tips with extra clips. As they say, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. We walk this, not by choice but by necessity, man. When you oppress, you got to fight back, especially, man. I believe that the best defense is offense when it's on and popping. Enemies proceed with caution, cause you cannot come back from the coffin. I know you haters wanna strangle me.
Hello everyone, 2K Sports is proud to present today's matchup. Broadcasting live from Wolfram and Hart Coliseum. Playing at home to a capacity crowd, it's the Beasts. They'll be matching up against the Iron Men. I'm Dan Stevens, and joining me is my good friend Peter O'Keefe. Let's take a look at today's All-Pro lineups, Peter.
Dan Marino and Mike Ditka are the standard bearers for the Iron Men. These two guys make one thing inevitable: big play offense. A couple of game breakers like this, and that supporting lineup, there's going to be fireworks. But they're not the only team featuring superstars. Dick Butkus and John Mackey get it done for the Beasts. But when you think about the great ones, when you take an accounting of them, you're remiss if you don't consider these two pros.
Okay, Peter, here's the coin toss.
Emmett, you ready?
The Iron Man will make the selection. What is the call?
Give us heads.
Heads it is.
We'll kick.
The Iron Men have won the toss and select a kick.
Tight boots it downfield, and we're underway. Mackey decides to take it out of the end zone, breaks the tackle, dragged down at the 26.
John Mackey took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Beasts bring their offense on the field and will start the drive at their own 26-yard line. Wooden hammers There's the receiver and forces him to drop the ball. Incomplete.
Corey Webb just mirrored his man every step of the way and denied the completion.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up.
Second and 10. Ball at the 26-yard line.
Kozar lets it go here, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Come on, D! Desire, baby! Desire!
Third down, 10 yards to go.
Ball at the 26-yard line.
Morrison makes a play on this and forces the incompletion. It'll be fourth down.
Aaron Morrison came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Well, the D holds tight on third and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
Oh, it sure was. Perfect D for that situation.
And it will bring up fourth down. Larson lines up to punt after the 3 and out. I'm in control. Larson takes the long snap and hits a beauty. Galt fields the deep punt at the 28. Dragged down at the 33.
Willie Galt got pinned deep by a beauty of a kick there, and by the time he looked up, there was nowhere to go.
The Iron Men will begin the drive at their 33-yard line. Wallace takes it off the toss and runs into traffic. Waters tackles him for a short loss.
Jay Waters would not be denied and dropped him for a huge loss. Big play.
They put a stop to this play behind the line of scrimmage. Pretty good call by the defensive coordinator.
Agreed, Dan. They had it all locked up there.
That will bring up second down. Marino throws a bullet to the flat, and the ball is caught at the 28, and he's stopped right there.
Eddie Wallace ran out of bounds before he got back to the line of scrimmage, Dan. Maybe he thought he was playing on one of those wider metric system fields.
They get moved back a bunch there, and that's going to make the upcoming third down that much harder.
Yeah, they also wipe out a bunch of potential plays by moving from a short yardage to a long yardage situation.
Let's see if they can convert. Tips it away on the coverage, incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Ken Williams read that one right out of the receiver's break and denied it.
Berger lines up for the punt.
Deep to receive.
Berger gets the snap and punts it away. Mackey takes it at the 27. Tackled hard at the 36. The Beasts stalled early last drive. We'll have to see what happens here. We'll start at their 36-yard line. Smith snags the missile and loses yards on that one.
Morrison credited with the tackle. Stops for a loss of 3 on the play.
All right, big play. Let's do it again. Oh, yeah, I hope they come at us the same way. Great.
2nd and 12 from your beasts.
Smith goes right up the middle and gains about 3 yards.
Holding, number 69, offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, 2nd down.
Nathan Lacey held his man on that play, and hey, you can't do that. That was offensive holding any day of the week.
Second and 22. Ball at the 23-yard.
Moore hauls it in right side, and that will be good for a gain of 18. Third down, 3 wideouts in the game.
From your beasts, 41-yarder.
Smith picks up a yard on the play, and that brings up 4th down.
A pickup of 1 on the play. Austin credited with the tackle.
Larson lines up to punt after the 3 and out.
Golf is deep to receive.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's go.
Larson takes the snap and hits a beauty. Galt fields the deep punt at the 10. Tackled at the 13.
Ball is spotted at the 13-yard line.
The Iron Men offense takes the field, and they have a way to go. They'll begin at their own 13-yard line. Marino lobs this one way over the middle, and the big catch is made with daylight in front of him. 20, 10, 5, touchdown!
Neutral zone infraction, number 92, defense, the penalty is declined. The score is good.
It's all about teamwork, and there's no better example of that than this play. Watch everyone down there. That's 11 men working as one. And when that happens, baby, touchdown. You can't coach cohesion like that.
Kite is back for the point after. McKee on the hold.
Now the extra point, and it's good.
Point is good.
Don't get down, guys. This is nothing. When we get the lead, let's get back out there and crack some heads.
Kite rushes this one deep. Mackey downs it for a touchback. The Beasts have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive that starts at their own 20-yard line. Smith picked up about 12, and that will bring up first down. First down, 10 yards to go. Foster has his number called on first down and picks up a couple.
Foster with the carry. He picks up 2 yards on the play. Austin credited with the tackle. Second and 7 from your Beasts, 34-yarder.
Foster catches it in the flat, and he's looking for room. Eventually pushed out of bounds at the 45. We have a flag on the play. Let's listen to the call.
Neutral zone infraction, number 96, defense. The penalty is declined.
First and 10. Ball at the 45-yard.
Kozar throws a bullet to the flat, and it's complete at the 43, brought down at the 46.
Emmitt Smith used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Got to take what you can get, Dan, but they were, hoping for more.
Second down from the eye. Gains 3 yards, and that will bring up third down.
Third and 6. Ball at the 49-yard.
Kozar fires this one over the middle, and somehow the receiver holds onto the ball for the first down.
Bernie Kozar launches this one perfectly, and the D was nowhere to be found.
You got that right. Missed coverage all around.
That's right, Dan. My 6-year-old could have covered that pass better.
He is just gunslinging it now. This group has led to an impressive string of completions.
Yeah, he's got to keep thinking one pass at a time, Dan, and stay zeroed in. It only takes one bad shot to break a streak.
Luke makes the catch on the right sideline and picks up 4 on the play.
Bernie Kozar made a nice throw there, got it right past the defender.
They move the ball, and it will be second down.
Second and 6 from the Iron Man, 34-yard.
Foster takes it for his second carry and picks up a couple.
Foster with the carry. Gain of 2 yards on the play. Yards credited with the tackle. Third and 4.
Watch the play action! Watch the play action! Weak back!
Smith picks Picks up about 2, and that brings up 4th down.
Kevin Tuipala brought down the ball carrier before the markers. There was some gain there, but not enough for the first.
The defense's back was against the wall, and they rose to the challenge, Peter.
Yeah, Dan, that's great D. They had to make a stand here, and they stood together.
It will be 4th down. 4th down, and they're going for it. The Beasts want to talk it over, and they take their first time out.
They only need a couple here. So let's buckle down, guys.
Taylor boots it from 47 yards out and has it sailed just left of the upright.
Steve Taylor muffs a kick here that's not a shorty, but isn't that long either.
Boy, that has got to rattle him.
Ah, poor guy. I think what he really needs is a big hug.
Yeah, maybe a new foot.
If he's not careful, a new jersey.
The Iron Men got into the end zone last time they had it, and they're looking to do it again. They'll start at their 37-yard line.
Hyena, run, 45!
Waters hammers the receiver and forces him to drop the ball. Incomplete.
Dan Marino throws an incomplete pass. Boy, he must not think much of this coverage.
I'll say that receiver was wearing the coverage like a pair of leg warmers.
Dan, I never understood leg warmers. Either you're wearing pants or you don't. Make up your mind.
He's here all week, folks. Potential for some nice yards, but it falls incomplete. That will bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Ball at the 37-yard.
Well, Dan, we got an empty backfield, 5 receivers, and the defense is in their dime. Let's watch.
Jones makes a play on this and forces the incompletion. It'll be 4th down.
Eric Jones came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Well, the D holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
Oh, it sure was. Perfect D for that situation.
And it will bring up 4th down. Berger lines up for the punt.
Woo, you ain't got nothing, nothing.
Berger gets the snap and punts it away. Mackey hauls it in at the 18. Tackled at the 23.
Can't get me, suckers!
The Beasts had their last drive stalled at the tail end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at their own 23-yard line. Moore catches the heater the left sideline and picks up 4 on the play.
Herman Moore had a defender close by, but was able to bring down the catch.
They move the ball, and it will be 2nd down.
2nd and 5 from your Beasts, 27 yards.
Smith takes it for his 5th carry and heads wide left, tackled at the 31.
Frank Wooden brought down the ball carrier before the markers. There was some gain there, but not enough for the first.
They don't allow them to convert, but they did allow them to get very close.
3rd and short. Let's see if they can come up with another big stand.
3rd down, just a single receiver on the field. Smith picks up a yard on the play, and they will be just shy of the markers. 4th down.
James Barnett made the save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the markers.
The defense's back was against the wall, and they rose to the challenge, Peter.
Yeah, Dan, that's great D. They had to make a stand here, and they stood together.
It will be 4th down. Larson lines up to punt after the 3 and out. Larson gets the snap and hits a beauty. Galt fields the deep punt at the 22. Tackled at the 26.
Willie Galt got pinned deep by a beauty of a kick there, and by the time he looked up, there was nowhere to go.
The Iron Men will start this drive at their own 26-yard line.
26 yards.
Moore snags the dart right sideline, and that will be a gain of 3 yards.
Dan Marino threw a tremendous cross-field beauty to find his man. That is the definition of arm strength.
Second down from the shotgun.
2nd and 7.
Marino throws this one over the middle, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Ken Williams came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
That's the 2nd time he slapped that ball out of there.
Excellent read and reaction skills make him a nightmare to try and get the ball past.
3rd and 7 from the Iron Men, 39 yards.
Ditka reels in the football, and they get the first on 3rd and long.
A pickup of 10 yards on the play. 1st down, Iron Men.
Dan Marino throws right past the coverage and into his receiver's hands. Nice throw.
A nice gain, and they easily convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a good call.
1st and 10 from the Iron Men, 39 yards.
Marino sings it to the right side, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Dick Butkus turned his hips to get into position and tipped that ball away. Solid coverage.
That was the 4th time they've swatted the ball out of the air, and the offense is looking frustrated.
The D is showing excellent fundamentals right here.
2nd down, tight end to the left.
The Iron Men, 39 yards.
Wallace catches it in the flat and is at the 50. Finally gets out of bounds at the 47.
Gain of 14 yards on the play. 1st down, Iron Men.
I'm on today. Just keep getting to the right spot, and I'm going to find you. Woo! That's my boy. Hey.
First and 10.
Marino rifles it out left side, and it's complete at the 44, and he's stopped right there.
Eddie Wallace had two guys on him on that play, but still managed to make the catch.
Whoa, this is a nice surprise. The coaches have made him involved, resulting in yet another catch.
Yeah, working your runner into the throwing scheme poses huge matchup problems for the defense, and you saw it there.
Griffin has his number called on second down and maybe picks up one on the play.
Pretty much the whole 10 yards in front of us here. Piece of cake, man.
Marino throws this on a rope, and the reception is made past the markers for a first down.
Pick up 10 yards on the play. First down.
Willie Gault makes the catch with 3 defenders on his case.
I just don't know why the throw was made into triple coverage.
Hey, it worked.
Yes, it did. This has been quite a clinic on how to execute a short passing attack.
Great job by the quarterback of hitting his receivers in stride so they can continue to advance the ball with their legs after the catch.
Wallace takes the handoff and searches for a hole. Butkus tackles him for a short loss.
Dick Butkus got a great jump on the play and brings the ball carrier down for a loss in the backfield. Nice defensive stop.
That's his second tackle so far.
Second and 10. Ball at the 35-yard line.
Marino rifles it out left side, and he's on target for a gain of 5. I want to go back and talk about that last tackle in the backfield. That was a great stop.
And if one of the measures of greatness for a player is how many nicknames he has, Dick Butkus has to be the greatest of all time. Let's see. The Robot of Destruction, the Maestro of Mayhem, the Enforcer, the Animal, and of course his real name's Richard.
And that'll do it for quarter number 1. The Iron Men are out in front, 7-0.
Third and 5 from the Iron Man, 30-yard line.
White sacks him back at the 35. Fourth down coming up.
Reggie White gets to his man in the backfield for a big loss. I don't know what happened to the protection. Let's have a look. You know, Dan, it's all about focus and persistence. He was not going to let that quarterback get that pass off.
Peter forced a loss of yardage on third, and now they face a 4th and long. How do you rate that defensive performance?
How about A+, 2 thumbs up, 5 stars. It's all good, baby.
Fourth down, and the field goal unit is on the field. Kite launches the 52-yard attempt, and it's good.
Keenan Kite nails it from a long ways away. I think that's just inside his range.
Barely. I'm thinking there's not too many kickers in this league who can make that with any consistency.
Well, let me put it this way, Dan. If you have to have someone standing near the goalposts to let you know you made it, that's a long kick.
Kite boots the heck out of this one. Mackey is coming out with it. Breaks a tackle. Tackled at the 23.
John Mackey took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Beasts must feel like they need to score this time out. This drive will start at their own 23-yard line. Smith is at the 35, brought down hard at the 42.
Emmitt Smith dusts the defense with this here. Oh, perfect spin move.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they will move the chains.
And let me tell you, Dan, hearing those chains move is one of the best sounds in the game for an offense.
The Beasts, 42 yards.
Smith gets the call again and takes it upfield. Finally stopped at the 31. First down.
Emmitt Smith sticks close to his blockers here, and it pays off.
What a run, Peter, and his numbers are adding up.
Adding up to one big number. Up to now, he's got 69 yards on 8 carries.
First and 10.
Foster will get the carry on first down. Heads out right. Coleman tackles him for a short loss.
Tackle made by Coleman. No gains on the play.
Big stop, baby. Great tackle. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling good now.
Second down with the tight end right. Good for 6. We have a flag on the play. Let's listen to the call.
Roughing the passer, number 96, defense. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Justin Walker hits the quarterback a little late here. Going to cost him a flag, too. Oh, yeah, there it is. Roughing the passer. You just can't do that. They'll call it every time.
First and 10 from the Iron Man, 12-yard line.
Let's go, Beats! That's what we stand for!
Kozar fires this one over the middle. The reception's made at the 7, and he stopped right there.
John Mackey saw that he was singled out there and did just enough in that pattern to gain separation and haul that one in.
Well, you know, this is just not working. He made a good play on the ball, but for what?
This team is always throwing short. Problem is, they're not picking up any significant yardage after the catch.
Exactly. Smith carries it past the scrimmage and gets the touchdown.
Nice gain on this baby. Look at him eat up the yardage here.
Peter, that will put a touchdown in his stat column.
And that's always nice to have, Dan. And so far, he's got 86 yards and 1 touchdown.
Taylor is back to the point after. McDermott on the hold.
Now the point after, and it's good. Taylor boots it away. Galt is coming out with it. Tackled at the 25.
Willie Galt took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
Ready to get this thing going? Let's do it.
The Ironmen, 25 yards.
Wallace takes his fourth carry of the game and heads left. Tackled at the 30.
Wallace with the carry. Gain of 5 on the play. White with the tackle.
Second down, 2 tight ends in the game. Henderson picks up about 2, and that will bring up third down.
Eugene Henderson used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Not much there, but they'll get another shot on third and short.
Third and 2.
Marino throws a bullet to the flat, and the ball's caught at the 30. Finally dropped at the 43. It will be first down.
First down, Ironmen.
Eddie Wallace keeps the party going here after hauling this one in. Well, Danny shows great hands and a little wiggle at the end of the play. Tough guy to bring down.
He did a good job getting his hands around the football, and then he just took off with it.
Yeah, he's not running any tricky patterns, but can pick up the extra yardage when he needs to.
First and 10. Ball at the 43-yard.
Shakir grabs the basketball over the middle and gets past the markers for a first down.
Pick up of 12 yards on the play. First
Big third down play.
Ironmen.
I love it when the drive stays alive.
First down, 3 wideouts in the game.
The Beasts, 45 yards.
Everywhere you look, I'll be right now. Go!
Jackson way back at the 50.
Too tall Jones sacks the quarterback deep in the pocket. That's going to be a sizable loss. Watch this. Oh, man, that's going to push them way back. Great defensive play.
That'll be his first sack of the game.
Second and 15. The Ironmen, 50 yards.
Ditko makes the catch on the right sideline, and he picks up 9. Let's quickly get back to the sack on the last play. That was some ferocious defense.
And Dan, can you imagine having to go up against Too Tall Jones? Ugh, he could probably just step over me if he had to. It's so hard for a lineman to get any kind of leverage against a guy his size. 6'9". Can you believe it? It's just a huge advantage.
Marino throws a big high lob, and it's tipped. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Eric Jones didn't get all the way positioned for the interception, but still managed to graze the ball with his fingertips.
Yet another big play by this defense. That was their 5th batted ball today.
Yeah, you can see them start to anticipate the path of a throw the minute the quarterback lines up.
Berger takes the snap and punts it away.
Alfonso Nwandu is not going to get very far on this one at all. He's going to manage to get the ball right there, but there's not much room after that. That's good coverage by this special teams squad.
The Beasts, they have taken the field and they've been having a tough time passing the ball. They have another opportunity here as we start at their own 6-yard line. Dugan gets the call on first down and passes the line, tackled at the 11.
Dugan at the 10. He picks up 5 on the play. Wooden with the tackle. Second and 5. Ball at the 11-yard line.
Smith picks up a yard on the play, and that brings up third down.
Emmitt Smith had blockers on his side on that last play, but the defense was too smart. It gave him nowhere to go.
Not a lot of room on that play. It will be third down. Third down, 3 yards to go.
Ball at the 12-yard line.
Kozar throws a bullet to the flat, and the catch is made at the 11, brought down at the 15. Webb was in on the tackle. Fourth down coming up.
Corey Webb brought down the ball carrier before the markers. There was some gain there, but not enough for the first.
He now has 5 tackles in the game.
Galt is deep to receive.
Don't let him get that point.
Larson takes the long snap and punts it away. Galt fields the punt at the 41. Brought down at the 43.
2 yards on the play. Ball is spotted at the 43-yard line.
The Iron Men take the field and will start out at their 43-yard line.
43-yard line.
Marino throws this on a rope, and it's tipped incomplete.
Dick Butkus read that one right out of the receiver's break and denied it.
You know, Peter, if this were volleyball, that would have been the defense's 6th spike of the match.
Yeah, the O keeps setting it up and the D keeps sending it back.
Man, we need more out of you. Where you been today?
Don't worry, man. I'm going to get it turned around.
Second and 10. Ball at the 43-yard line.
Picks up about 2, and that will bring up third down. Marino throws it to the left sideline, and it's caught at the 34. 10, touchdown!
Let's get more! Come on!
Gary Clark really comes to play on this baby. He makes the solid catch and then he takes off. Check it out. Give him an inch and he'll steal every yard he can.
That touchdown is going to establish some distance between them, Peter.
That's a big score.
Kite is back for the point after. McKee on the hold.
Now the extra point, and it's good.
The point is good.
right. It's a boomer down the field. Mackey decides to take it out of the end zone. Breaks free. Tackled at the 28.
John Mackey decided to take it out of the end zone. Turned out to be a good decision, Dan. He got some good yards there.
The Beasts stalled early last drive. We'll have to see what happens here. We'll start at their own 28-yard line. Smith gains 8 yards, and that will bring up second down.
Emmitt Smith has a great offensive line in front of him. They made that play happen. Yep, those blockers opened up the hole for him. A huge gain.
Peter, what a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
Yeah, great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next.
Second and 1 from your Beasts, 36-yard line.
Smith takes it off the toss and heads upfield. Stopped at the 43. That will bring up first down.
First down, baby.
First down, 2 receivers to the left. Foster chews up 9 yards, and that brings up second down.
Barry Foster played smart and used his blockers to perfection on that last play.
Second and 1.
Smith punches this one left to center and heads out right. Tackled at the 39.
Emmitt Smith beats his man with a juke coming up. Oh, what athleticism.
Nice second down call, and they will move the chain.
On offense, it was always a plus to avoid third down altogether, just like that.
First and 10 from
Smith gets the toss and runs into traffic. Lucas tackles him for a short loss.
Smith. Tackle made by Lucas. No gain.
Bobby for the king! Let's make sure we keep him out of field goal range here.
Second and 10 from the Iron Man, 39-yard line.
Smith picks up about 2, and that will bring up third down.
Emmitt Smith played it smart on that last one by following his blockers, but hey, they were unable to open up any holes for him.
Well, not much of a gain there, and they will face third down.
Third and long, too, Dan. Big play coming up.
37 yards.
Foster has his number called on third down and gets taken down well short of the markers. It'll be fourth down.
Greg Cragen made the save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the markers.
They stop them cold. Fourth coming up.
Exactly what this defense needed to do.
Larson lines up for the punt. Larson takes the snap and aims this one out of bounds. This will fly out of bounds at the 12.
Craig Larson did a good job angling the punt out of bounds, so the offense will start off stuck inside the 20.
The Iron Men come out on the field and are looking to extend their lead before the break. They'll start at their own 13-yard line. Wallace will lose 4 on the play, and that brings up second down.
Too Tall Jones makes a nice stop in the backfield here, throwing his man into the turf behind the line. I guess the ball carrier's travel plans were canceled. Oh, he's not going anywhere. Ow, you're down. Nice tackle.
That's his second tackle so far. Marino makes the throw after the play-action fake, and it's tipped incomplete.
Ken Williams couldn't have read that play any better if it was tattooed on the inside of his helmet.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous. The offense just cannot get the ball past the reach of these defenders.
You're right, Dan, and that's been one of the big stories of this game.
Catches it over the middle, and they get the first on 3rd and long.
20 yards on the first down.
Dan Marino makes a terrific completion in double coverage here. Wow, now that is one confident QB.
What a pass, and he is generating some great numbers.
Oh, absolutely, Dan. So far, he's got 234 yards and no interceptions.
Marino zings it to the right side, and it's tipped incomplete.
Hunter James came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up.
No, no, no!
2nd and 10.
Not today! No, sir!
29-yard line.
Wallace has his number called on 2nd down and maybe picks up 1 on the play.
Third and long, baby. Let's get this ball back.
3rd and 8 from the Iron Man. 30 yards.
Marino fires this one over the middle, and the catch is made well past the markers for a first down. Ditka makes a catch and manages to hold on after the punishing hit.
Beasts, 41-yard line.
Sacks him, and the clock continues to run. Clark reels in the football. The Iron Men take their first time out.
Let's give him no chance for 3 here, all right? All right.
3rd and 1.
Marino passes this one, and they get the first on 3rd and long.
Secure. Gain of 15 on the play. First down, Iron Men.
Jay Waters gives it his all on this play, Dan, but it is too little too late. They pick up a few yards and a new set of downs. Well, he forced him out of bounds, but not before the marker. He should be more aware of where he is on the field.
On 3rd and long, the defense cannot dig in and stop them.
You got to grit your teeth in those circumstances and just not let them get you. No way, no how.
1st down, and they line up for their 11th play of the drive. Moore snags the dart right side. The Iron Men will take a timeout. That's their second.
13 on the play. 1st down, Iron Men.
First down, the clock is stopped at 29. Marino throws this one to the end zone, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Boss Cox came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
That would have been a touchdown, but instead the defense comes up big and forced the incompletion.
Way to prevent the big play.
It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down, both wideouts to the right.
15-yarder.
Makes a play on this one and forces the incompletion.
Ken Williams gets a hand on this one. Right there. That's how you play D.
For the 3rd time today, he gets enough of that pass to force it incomplete.
Well, at this point, Dan, why do you keep trying to throw through him? That's very risky.
Everybody, get tough! Let's go!
Marino rifles this one to the end zone, and it's tipped. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Hunter James came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
That's the 2nd time he slapped that ball out of there.
Excellent read and reaction skills make him a nightmare to try and get the ball past.
Kicks it from 32 yards, and it's through the goalposts and good.
Keenan Kite has little trouble pooching this one through. Let's see it again. Yep, he knows that you aren't allowed to miss many of those in this league.
The field goal will extend their lead some here in the 1st half.
It's still early, but the momentum is definitely behind them now.
Rushes this one deep. Mackey decides to take it out of the end zone. Breaks a tackle. Tackled at the 24.
John Mackey took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Beasts take the field with the clock at 9. And that'll do it for the 1st half of this one. The Iron Men enjoying the lead 20-7.
Okay, Dan, let's get this halftime show started. What do you have for us?
A look inside the numbers from our first half, and look at the discrepancy in sacks thus far. The Beasts look great on the stat sheet, but they are behind on the field. They might have to change their approach. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Kozar would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. Unfortunately, the drive stopped shortly afterwards, and they had to punt it away. The Ironmen, still early in the first, Ditka was definitely a key player as he was able to work his way open for a big one here. An 87-yard touchdown for the visitors. Later on in the second quarter, the Ironmen leading by 7. Kite sets up the field goal attempt from just about the parking lot. That has a lot of leg, though. He's got it. They move ahead by 10. The Beasts come right back. Smith would find an opening here, and he was off. A 27-yard play that set up a home team touchdown. The Beasts trailing 10-7. Clark was definitely a key player as he was able to work his way open for a big one here. A 55-yard touchdown for the visitors. The Ironmen now up by 10. Late into the second quarter, the ball at their own 8-yard line. Marino went to work on third down, and he was able to find his man. That set up a 33-yard field goal. And that's how we'll round this one out. The Beasts are down at the half, 20-7.
All right, good work, partner.
The Ironmen get the ball first this half, and another score by them could really open up this game. They currently lead 20-7. Let's get down to the field and the action.
Your Beasts are kicking off. Ball back to receive.
Taylor boots the second half kickoff away. Galt is coming out with it. Tackled at the 17.
Willie Galt decided not to down it, but couldn't even make it to the 20, which may affect his Christmas gift from his special teams coach.
The Ironmen came away with 3 last time out and are looking for more. They'll start this drive at their own 17-yard line. Clark pitches the heater left sideline and picks up 4 on the play.
Gary Clark had nobody on him. The quarterback saw it and got the ball to him.
When is enough enough? I mean, really? He finally corrals that last one, but only after a slew of missed opportunity.
Well, I question going to a guy after so many unsuccessful attempts. But they have faith in him, and it resulted in a completion that time.
It looks like we have an injury down on the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you.
Kyle Lewis had some bad luck here. Unfortunately, I know what that feels like. It is not fun.
The Beasts are already in field goal position to start this drive and are going to line up at the 26-yard line. Smith will get the handoff and heads left, brought down at the 20.
With the carry. He picks up 6 yards on the play. Morrison with the tackle.
Second down, and they line up with 3 tight ends. Smith gains 10 yards on the play, and that will bring up first down.
10 yards on the play. First down,
Nothing to sneeze at with that gain, Dan. These guys are the complete rushing package, and they'll run it on you all day if you let them.
What a run, and he is generating some great numbers.
Oh yeah, he's running hard, and up to now, he's got 116 yards on 18 carries.
First and 10.
Smith carries this one off to the right and gains about 3 yards.
He picks up 3 on the play. Barnett with the tackle. Second and 6 from the Ironman. 7-yarder.
Smith carries it for the 4th straight time and picks up a couple.
Smith with the catch. He picks up 2 yards on the play. Webb with the tackle. Third and 4.
Lucas brings him down behind the line at the 6. That will bring up 4th down.
Dante Lucas got a great jump on the play and brings the ball carrier down for a loss in the backfield. Nice defensive stop.
That's his 2nd tackle so far.
Taylor is in for the third down. 6-yarder. McDermott on the hold.
Taylor with a 23-yarder, and this one is up and in.
Steve Taylor puts in an easy short one. A clean kick, no worries.
For the first time today, they leave the red zone with only a field goal to show for it.
You know, overall, Dan, the defense has to be happy with how that one played out.
Their beasts are picking up. Back for the return.
Taylor booms one downfield. Galt is coming out with it. Stopped at the 22.
Billy Galt got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
The Iron Men fumbled the ball away last time. Let's see if they can hold on to it this time as they start this drive at their own 22-yard line. Marino throws this on a rope, and it's caught at the 34, and he's stopped right there.
They pick up a 13 on the play. First down, Iron Men.
Lenny Moore had 3 guys covering him, but look what happens. Incredible catch.
It takes a lot of courage to make your living over the middle, I'll tell you, but we've seen him there several times today.
Yeah, that's a guy who's willing to sacrifice his body to make his quarterback look good.
Wallace loses about 3, and that brings up 2nd down.
Jones credited with the tackle. He loses 3 on the play.
Too tall Jones keeps his man from getting back to the line. Let's watch. Pow! Oh, that's got to hurt.
They put a stop to this play behind the line of scrimmage. Pretty good call by the defensive coordinator.
Agreed, Dan. They had it all locked up there.
That will bring up 2nd down. Marino zings it to the right side, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Go take it, defense! Take it! Take it! If we can't stop them here, we got problems.
3rd and 13 from the Iron Men. 33 yards.
Cavill hauls it in right side, and they get the first on 3rd and long.
He picks up 33 on the play. First down, Ironmen.
Bradley Cavill makes the catch, but that's not enough for him. He gets it and takes off for more.
3rd and long, and they get the big play to convert. What do you think of that, Peter?
I love it. That's what football is all about, making the big plays when you need to, and you can't coach that.
Marino throws a bullet to the flat, and the ball's caught at the 30. Finally stopped at the 24.
Mike Ditka nabbed the pass without any challenge whatsoever from the defense. When you're that open, every quarterback in the league can get it to you.
These guys make very great targets. Not to mention, it takes a whole defense to bring them down.
Well, let me tell you something, Dan. When that bull starts roaming around in that china shop, things get broken pretty fast.
Wallace will get stopped at the line, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Too Tall Jones got a great jump on the play and brings the ball carrier down for a loss in the backfield. Nice defensive stop.
That will be his 4th tackle so far. What do you think of his performance, Peter?
Solid game, Dan. Really carrying his sizable weight out there.
Marino fires this one over the middle, and the catch is made well past the markers for a 1st down. There's a penalty marker on the play. Let's listen into the call.
Pass interference, number 11, defense. The penalty is declined.
Come on, fellas. Let's keep him out of that end zone. Hey.
1st and goal. Ball at the 7-yard line.
Wallace gains 3 yards, and that brings up 2nd down.
The pickup of 3 on the play. Johnson with the tackle. Second.
Let's all play heads up right here.
4-yard line.
Dan, watch for the quarterback tight end connection right here.
Marino passes this one after the play action, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Ryan Shanley makes a play on the ball here that's definitely worth another look. Yes, excellent anticipation on that incoming missile.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous. The offense just cannot get the ball past the reach of these defenders.
You're right, Dan, and that's been one of the big stories of this game.
Let's hold him to 3 here.
3rd and goal. Ball at the 4-yard line.
Ditka grabs the rope right side, and he's in for the score.
Mike Ditka has some company on this play, but he still makes the catch. That's good concentration and focus. It's worth another look. Oh, maybe they should have triple covered him there.
This guy has earned his team big points today. That's why he's such a key player.
Yeah, he knows how to make himself available in that part of the field, scoring his 2nd touchdown of this contest.
Here's the point after, and it's
The
good.
point is good. The Iron Man to pick up. Matthews back for the return.
Tight boots the heck out of this one. Mackey is coming out with it. Breaks the tackle. Stop at the 20.
John Mackey took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
20 yards.
The Beasts are fading fast and desperately need to score. Their offense will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Lewis had to leave the field earlier in the game, and now we've gotten word on his condition. Peter?
Well, he came off the field complaining of leg cramps, and that's exactly what it appears to be. They are finishing a quick massage to the area, and it looks like he should be ready to come back in soon.
Second and 4.
Thanks, Peter.
26 yards.
Foster cruises out to the left side and pays the price for the first down. There's a penalty marker on the play. Let's listen into the call.
Neutral zone infraction, number 59, defense. The penalty is declined.
They are massaging it, and it's working well. Expect to see him on the field later in the game.
Thanks, Peter.
First and 10 from your Beasts, 32-yarder.
Kozar throws a heater right sideline, and the ball is caught for a gain of 7 on the play.
He picks up 7 on the play.
Bernie Kozar has great accuracy on this throw,
Yeah, he put the ball right where his guy could get it.
and the defender couldn't. Nice toss.
What a thing to witness. Oh, man. He is on fire, confident, accurate, and for the defense, scary.
Hey, give some credit to the guy calling the plays as well. This is an incredible run of connections.
Second down, 2 yards to go. Smith larges off right guard and picks up a couple.
Emmitt Smith had blockers on his side on that last play, but the defense was too smart. It gave him nowhere to go.
Not much there, but they'll get another shot on 3rd and short.
3rd and inches from your Beasts, 41-yarder.
Let's go, D! That's what we stand for! I got you over here! I got you over here!
Foster takes it for his 80th carry and takes it upfield, popped hard at the 46.
Barry Foster played smart and used his blockers to perfection on that last play.
A big gain on 3rd, and they will easily move the chain.
Perfect call for the situation, Dan. No trouble in getting the first.
Ball at 46 yards.
That brings up second down.
Gain of 3 on the play. Wooden with the tackle.
Second down, 2 wideouts on the field.
Ball at the 49-yarder.
Watch out! Watch out! Rip! Throw back!
Smith will get the carry on second down and jukes to a first down.
First down, Beasts.
Emmitt Smith beats his man with a juke coming up. Oh, what athleticism.
Nice second down call, and they will move the chain.
On offense, it was always a plus to avoid third down altogether, just like that.
The Ironman, 33 yards.
Foster has his number called on first and moves forward for 7.
Foster with the carry. Gain of 7 on the play. Morrison credited with the tackle. Second and 3.
Is this a great drive or what?
Smith goes right up the middle and picks up the first down.
Emmitt Smith played smart and used his blockers to perfection on that last play.
He gets even more yards on the ground. A productive first half, and the second half is shaping up to be just as busy for him.
Until he slows down, there's no reason to change it up.
Moore didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete. Hold up there. We have a flag down. Let's see what it is.
Illegal forward pass, number 19, offense. The ball is placed at the spot of the foul and loss of down. Second down.
Bernie Kosar was past the line of scrimmage on that play, which made the pass irrelevant. That was an illegal forward pass.
Coach Robinson doesn't agree with the call, and we're going to see the red flag.
The Beasts are challenging whether the pass will be across the line of scrimmage.
When we watch this, Dan, let's see if he was past the line when he threw the ball. Watch as he releases the ball. Well, he looks behind the line to me, so I think they'll overturn this one.
After review, the passer was behind the line of scrimmage at the time of the throw. There is no penalty. The Beasts will not be charged with a timeout. Second down.
Let's keep doing what we're doing.
The Ironman, 31-yarder.
Here we go! Here we go! Swing back! Swing back!
Smith chews up 4 yards, and that will bring up third down.
He picks up 4 yards on the play. Well, with the tackle.
Let's go!
3rd and 6 from the Ironman, 27-yarder.
Jackson way back at the 33. It'll be 4th down.
6 yards on the play.
Fernando Lopez gets to his man in the backfield for a big loss. I don't know what happened to the protection. Let's have a look. You know, Dan, it's all about focus and persistence. He was not going to let that quarterback get that pass off.
Peter, with that stop, they have pushed them out of field goal range.
Oh, what a big play.
Taylor boots it from 50 yards out, and he knocks it through the uprights.
Steve Taylor really gets the whole ball here, and he needed it. Watch. That's a powerful kick for 3 points, my friend. When he needs to, he can boot that thing.
Your Beasts are kicking off. Ball back to receive.
Taylor booms one downfield. Gold decides to take it out of the end zone. Tackled at the 19.
Billy Gall took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Iron Men passed well last time out. We'll see if they stick to the passing game as they start this drive at their own 19-yard line. Wallace picks up the yard on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Gain of 1 on the play. Stepnoski credited with the tackle.
Second down from the shotgun.
2nd and 8.
Marino throws a bullet to the flat, and it's complete at the 22.
Gary Clark had nobody on him, and when the quarterback saw that, he quickly shot him the ball.
Peter, no one seems to be able to stop this guy on the left side. They've found him a few times over there.
Yeah, he's been running sharp routes, but it makes you wonder about the coverage over to that area.
Will bring up 4th down.
Corey Stepnoski made the save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the markers.
That's his 3rd tackle of the game.
We gotta hold him here. You heard the man.
Berger lines up to punt after the 3 and out.
Mackey beat to receive.
Here I come, punter. I'm coming. I'm a block the punt.
Berger takes the long snap and punts it away. Mackey catches it at the 29. Tackled hard at the 33.
John Mackey didn't have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Beast offense takes the field, and they will start at their 33-yard line. Nichols tackles him for a short loss.
Tony Nichols got a great jump on the play and brings the ball carrier down for a loss in the backfield. Nice defensive stop.
They put a stop to this play behind the line of scrimmage. Pretty good call by the defensive coordinator.
Agreed, Dan. They had it all locked up there.
That will bring up 2nd down. Sharp sacks him way back at the 26.
Legarius Sharp sacks the quarterback deep in the pocket. That's going to be a sizable loss. Watch this. Oh, man, that's going to push them way back. Great defensive play.
That will be 2 losses in a row.
Great reads by the D on the last 2 plays, Dan.
And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. The Iron Men enjoying a lead, 27-13.
Let's go, boys. I want to see some blocking out of you.
Ball at the 26-yard line.
Mackey catches it left sideline, and he will be well short of the markers. That will bring up 4th down.
John Mackey got out of bounds after getting some yardage, but you can tell that it wasn't as much as he wanted.
Nothing doing there. 4th and long coming up.
Yeah, the offense didn't really execute like they wanted to there.
Larson lines up for the punt.
Back to punt. Beat to receive.
Oh, here I come.
Larson takes the long snap and punts it away. Galt fields the punt at the 27. Brought down at the 30.
Willie Galt didn't have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Iron Men stalled early last drive. We'll have to see what happens here. We'll start at their own 30-yard line. Butkus makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
Dick Butkus read that one right out of the receiver's break and denied it.
That's the second time he slapped that ball out of there.
Excellent read and reaction skills make him a nightmare to try and get the ball past.
2nd and 10 from the Iron Man, 30-yard line.
They're going there. They're going there. I keep pass.
Marino dumps it out left and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Eugene Bell anticipated the trajectory of that pass and stuck his hand in at the last moment. Great play.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous. The offense just cannot get the ball past the reach of these defenders.
You're right, Dan, and that's been one of the big stories of this game.
3rd down and 4 wideouts in the game. Way back at the 24. 4th down coming up.
Mike Townsend sacks the quarterback deep in the pocket. That's going to be a sizable loss. Watch this. Oh, man, that's going to push them way back. Great defensive play.
That's number 4 on the game for this defense. They've made their presence felt.
Yes, they have, Dan.
Berger takes the snap and punts it away. Mackey fields the deep punt at the 30. Stop at the 38.
John Mackey returned for a few there, but after that gigantic punt, it was like tearing a single page out of War and Peace. It doesn't make much of a dent.
The Beasts will start this drive at their 38-yard line. The 36.
Charlie Waters got a great jump on the play and brings the ball carrier down for a loss in the backfield. Nice defensive stop.
Peter, he's been lighting up the defensive side of the ball today and getting some nice numbers out of it.
You bet. So far, he's got 7 tackles.
Foster gets the call on 2nd down and heads wide right, tackled at the 43.
Nathan Lacey used every ounce of his big self to do some key blocking on that last play.
They move the ball, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 5 from the Beasts, 43-yard line.
Moore patches it over the middle and tries to get free. Finally stopped at the 6. It'll be 1st and goal.
Herman Moore is going to make a great run after the catch. Oh, there, he snags the football, then fires up the Jets. That's big-time talent.
This is a big halftime adjustment by the coaching staff. After picking away in the first, they come out of the tunnel launching heat.
Yeah, if they can connect on a few more of those, watch out.
yards, and that brings up second down.
Second and goal.
Look alive on this one.
Got good running potential out here, Dan. Let's see how they use their backs.
Ain't y'all ever heard of a blitz before?
4 yards on the play.
Dig in, fellas. Protect our end zone. Nobody crosses that goal line.
Third and goal.
Kozar throws it to the left sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete. That will bring up 4th and goal.
Frank Wooden came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Well, the D holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
Oh, it sure was. Perfect D for that situation.
And it will bring up 4th down. 4th down, goal to go. Taylor with a 24-yarder and puts it through. It's good.
Steve Taylor has little trouble pooching this one through. Let's see it again. Yep, he knows that you aren't allowed to miss many of those in this league.
That's his 3rd field goal of the day, and giving your team 9 points is nothing to sneeze at.
Well, unless those 9 points are covered by pollen.
Watch it.
Sorry, that makes no sense.
All right, sorry. Taylor boots the heck out of this one. Galt decides to take it out of the end zone. Tackled at the 22.
Willie Galt got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
The Iron Men have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive that starts at their own 22-yard line. Makes a nice catch, and he's got the 1st down and a whole lot more.
22 yards on the play. 1st down, Iron Men.
Dan Marino uncorks a dynamite pass there with 2 defenders on the prowl.
Really incredible accuracy, but I'll tell you, that's got to sting if you're on the defense.
Righto, Dano. You know, they could have brought 8 guys on that play. Wouldn't have made a difference.
What a pass, and he is generating some great numbers.
Oh, absolutely, Dan. So far, he's got over 400 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Whoa! Gets the handoff and will end up losing a couple.
Eugene Bell would not be denied and dropped them for a huge loss. Big play.
That's his 3rd tackle of the game.
Yeah! Let's go, D! Let's keep it up!
32-yarder.
Whoa! Takes it for his 14th carry and rambles for about 5.
This is a big one, boys. We need to stop. Hype it up! Hype it up!
3rd and 6. From the Iron Men. 27 yards.
Marino rifles it out left side, and it's caught at the 47. Finally stopped at the 39. First down.
14 yards on the play.
Gary Clark really delivers on this play. Let's take another look. First at the catch.
There it is, but he's not done. He's going to make his way forward for extra yards.
Oh, he's a go-to guy for sure.
This guy can really twist up the coverage in that short area.
That's right, Dan. Those quick routes have been open for him all day. Obviously, that's what the defense wants to give him.
Butkus tackles him for a short loss.
Dick Butkus got a great jump on the play and brings the ball carrier down for a loss in the backfield. Nice defensive stop.
Peter, he's been lighting up the defensive side of the ball today and getting some nice numbers out of it.
You bet. So far, he's got 6 tackles.
Second down with the tight end right. Wallace gets the call again and picks up a couple.
Eddie Wallace had some blocking help on that last one, but he was still left with nowhere to go.
Well, not much of a gain there, and they will face third down.
Third and long, too, Dan. Big play coming up.
Ball over the middle, and they get the first on third and long.
18 yards on the play. First down, Ironman.
Mike Ditka gets there to reel in the catch despite being double covered. What do you have to do to intimidate this guy? Well, he never takes his eye off the ball, Dan, even as he's bracing for the hit.
These guys make very great targets. Not to mention, it takes a whole defense to bring them down.
Well, let me tell you something, Dan. When that bull starts roaming around in that china shop, things get broken pretty fast.
Marino just rifles this one, and it's complete for a gain of 3 yards.
Plenty more. Must have been pretty lonely out there on his own, but the quarterback got him the ball to cheer him up a little bit. You know, a gift basket, if you will.
When is enough enough? I mean, really? He finally corrals that last one, but only after a slew of missed opportunities.
Well, I question going to a guy after so many unsuccessful attempts.
Yeah.
But they have faith in him, and it resulted in a completion that time.
Clark catches it over the middle and gets past the markers for a first down.
Gain of 10 yards on the play.
Come on, I haven't broken a sweat yet. That's a big catch. Look at them. They completely lost out there.
First and goal. From your Beasts, 6-yarder.
Wallace picks up about 2, and that will bring up second down.
Gain of 3 yards on the play. Clark credited with the tackle. Second and
You be
goal.
ready out there.
Ball
You hear me?
4-yard line.
Oh, look at the receivers in there, Dan. They should flood that end zone with them.
Whittington sacks him way back at the 11.
Morgan Whittington, that's the quarterback deep in the pocket. That's going to be a sizable loss. Watch this. Oh, man, that's going to push them way back. Great defensive play.
That will be their 5th sack of the day, and they have been simply relentless so far.
Dan, they haven't let up all game, and that's what you want. Somebody whose motor never stops.
Marino threw that one away. Incomplete pass. That will bring up 4th and goal. Tight from 28 yards out, and it's through the goalposts and good.
Keenan Kite has no problem getting this one between the sticks for 3. Oh, he was so close. He could have made that if he was wearing wooden clogs.
Well, unfortunately, I have a feeling we'll never know for sure. That field goal makes him 3 for 3 out there. Hasn't missed one yet.
And you can't coach that.
Kite booms one downfield. Mackey is coming out with it. Breaks free. Stopped at the 24.
John Mackey took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Beasts are now on the field, and except for a few big plays, they can't be happy with their passing game. We'll see what they call on this drive as we start at their own 24-yard line. Smith takes carry number 30 and passes the line. Tackled at the 26. Beck makes a tough catch and gets past the markers for a first down. Kozar throws this one over the middle, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Aaron Morrison couldn't have read that play any better if it was tattooed on the inside of his helmet.
That was the 4th time they've swatted the ball out of the air, and the offense is looking frustrated.
The D is showing excellent fundamentals right here.
2nd and 10. Ball at the 35-yard line.
Smith makes the nice catch, and he picks up 9. Kozar zips it to the left sideline, and it's caught at the 48, forced out at the 47.
Herman Moore sees that he's singled out there and does just enough in that pattern to gain separation. Oh, he knew where he had to be and got his hands in position to haul that one in.
Well, you know, this is just not working. He made a good play on the ball, but for what?
This team is always throwing short. Problem is, they're not picking up any significant yardage after the catch.
Exactly. The fastball over the middle, and that will be good for a gain of 8. Kozar throws a bullet to the flat, and it's complete at the 41, tackled at the 34. Catches it in the flat and gains a couple. Kozar fires this one over the middle, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete. A flag is thrown on the play. Let's see what it is.
Pass interference, number 99, defense. The ball is placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Kevin Tuipala manhandled that receiver back there like a puppy playing with a chew toy, Dan, and he rightly got slapped with defensive pass interference.
Showtime. 1st and 10.
Smith catches the heater left sideline and loses yards on that one. Kozar throws a bullet to the flat, and it's completed for 25. Jukes finally gets out of bounds at the 4. It'll be first and goal.
Emmitt Smith has a great move after the catch. Check it out. Man, he's fun to watch.
Time and time again, he makes a fantastic option of himself coming out of the backfield.
Well, there are some runners that just have a knack for the passing game, and this guy's got it. Run, pass, or even a quarterback sneak. All options here.
Lewis patches it over the middle, and he's in for the score.
Late hit, number 32, defense. Half the distance to the goal.
Alfonso Nwangwu hit the guy well after the whistle blew on that last play, Dan. That's unnecessary roughness, and his coach better come down hard on him.
The point after, and it's good. Taylor pooches it. Lucas collects it at the 42. Dragged down at the 41.
Dante Lucas is quick to react when the onside kick comes bouncing his way. Watch him move. And get the football before the kicking team has a shot. It's all about reflexes.
They can't bring down the onside kick. Pretty aggressive play calling there, though.
Well, the offense has like a 1 in 4 chance of recovering those, but they knew the risks.
The Iron Men offense takes the field, and they have been very effective through the air. We'll see what happens as we start this drive at the 41-yard line. Wallace carries this off his left tackle and gains close to 10 yards on the play.
Eddie Wallace can thank his blockers for that last play. If it wasn't for them, that play would have tanked.
Peter, what a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
Yeah, great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next.
Second down and less than a yard.
From the Iron Man, 31 yards.
Griffin will get the carry on second down and gets well past the markers for a first.
James Griffin took advantage of some really good blocking there on that last run. When you get the initial surge like that, good things happen, especially in the ground game.
Nice second down call, and they will move the chain.
On offense, it was always a plus to avoid third down altogether, just like that.
First down, the clock is stopped at 2 minutes. The Beasts take their first timeout.
Reggie White keeps his man from getting back to the line. Let's watch. Ow! Oh, that's got to hurt.
That's his third tackle of the game.
Second and 12.
That's their second.
Let's go!
Lewis is back in the lineup and taking his set position. Wallace has his number called on third. The Beasts take a timeout. That's their final one.
No points here!
We're gonna bust to the line and block this kick.
Height will come into a attempted field goal from the 28-yard line. The key from the hold.
Tight with the 45-yard attempt, and it's good!
Keenan Kite sends it whizzing between the goalposts for a field goal straight down the pike.
That's his fourth field goal of the game, and he has generally looked pretty good.
He's doing his part, and that's what you want from a kicker.
Kicking off. Matthews back to receive.
Kite rushes this one deep. Mackey is coming out with it. Tackled at the 24.
John Mackey got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
The Beasts start this drive of the game from well in their own territory, and the clock at 1:42. Lewis catches the hard throw, and the clock continues to wind down. Kozar zings it to the right side, and the catch is made for the first. The clock continues to tick down. First down, 3 wideouts in the game. Moore pulls in the lob here and is past the first with daylight, and he's in for the touchdown.
Herman Moore is going to make the catch. Right there, but that's only the beginning. Look at him chew up the yardage.
Peter, they are within striking distance, but time is running down.
Yeah, the clock may decide this game. We'll see.
Here's the point after, and it's good. Taylor bounces it up there, dodges a tackle, stopped at the 39. It looks like we have an injury down on the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you.
Eric Jones is the one who's hurt, and I've been there before. It is not pleasant, Dan. Dan, this game is over. There's no way for the D to stop the clock, and the offense is just going to sit on the ball to win this one.
Marino takes a knee, and the clock will tick down.
That last play wasted enough time to allow them to run out the clock now. All they need to do is sit on it, and this game is in the bag.
Let's go. 2nd and 11. Ball at the 40 yards.
No sign of hurry from the offense. They're going to take it slow here, Dan. They're concerned with one thing right now, and that's the clock.
Marino takes a knee, and that will do it.
Dan, I want to point out something on that last play. Did you notice the job he did in letting the play clock wind all the way down before snapping the ball? That's good clock management.
And that will do it for tonight's game. The Iron Men come out on top 33-30. With that, let's look back at some of the plays that made the difference in this one. So, the ball game is over. Let's take a quick look back at how it went with our post-game show. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Waters would turn things around. Big shift in momentum here as he pounced on a fumble and the defense recovered. After driving 20 yards on 5 plays, Taylor sets up for the little chip shot, and this one, no problem. The Beasts connect on the field goal. Still in the third quarter, the Iron Men up by 10. Marino went to the air trying to convert on third down, and he found his man. They've opened it up and now lead by 17. The Beasts come right back. Taylor would get the call for the lengthy field goal attempt, and he would in fact deliver a 51-yard field goal. The Beasts trailing 27-13. Moore came up with a huge play here as they cover a lot of real estate on this one. That set up a short 25-yard field goal. The Beasts closed the gap some. They're down by 11. Now early in the fourth quarter, Marino would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. That set up a 29-yard field goal. Trying to answer back, the Beasts losing by 14. Smith found a soft spot in the defense, and it worked to his advantage. They climb back again and are now down by 7. The Iron Men still late in the half. Kite sets up the field goal attempt from just about the parking lot. That has a lot of leg, though. He's got it. A 46-yard field goal. The Iron Men out in front, 33-23. Moore came up with a big play as he was able to pull this one in. A 56-yard touchdown for the home team. And that's where we'll have to leave this one. The Iron Men edge out a win, 33-30. Let's wrap it up by congratulating our 2K Sports Player of the Game.
Dan Marino turned in yet another legendary outing. Well, he was the best player on the winning team. It's as simple as that. We'll see if he's able to keep up this high level of play in the games ahead.
For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.